Hi lovelies, I welcome you all to today's tutorial. Sorry it's been a while, but I have not been feeling too great, but thank God I'm better. So this tutorial is all about this lovely beautiful bubu gown with basket, neckline and fringes by the side. If this is what you want to learn, hold on, let's dive right into the tutorial. Okay, I've gone ahead to fold my material into 4 pieces. If you watch carefully, you see how I folded the edges. Okay, after folding it, you measure your neckline, which is 3 inches. You go and measure the front neckline, which is 3 inches. 3 by 3 inches is for front, and the back is 3 by 1 inch. Then you square it out and curve them out. Please watch this video carefully. You may not understand what I'm saying. I always say that, but if you watch the video, it's self-explanatory. You will understand what I did there. And what I use for this tutorial, for this Ankara, is just 2 yards of Ankara fabric. Okay, so you square it out and curve out the neckline. After that, we are going to work on how to cut out the basket, that basket Abby, what would I call it, the basket on the neckline. You have to measure where you want the sleeve to be. If you want to use the whole of the sleeve, where the Ankara stop, you can use it for the sleeve. If you still want to cut it, you can still cut it. Now what I'm measuring is for the basket neckline. I've measured from the middle of this material to that place. I measured 9 inches. You can measure as much as you want. I wanted my own to leave the shoulder, to be off the shoulder, not exactly my shoulder. That is why I did 9 inches. Then the down part of it, I did 8 inches. 9 by 8 inches. You square it out and curve the tip. If you still want to leave it squared like this, is okay. If you want to curve it out, it's still okay. Any shape you want to give it is okay. Now remember the sleeve, I did 20 inches for my sleeve, but you can use the whole of the fabric if you want. So it all depends on you and your preference. So after that, I went down to mark where I want the curve at the hemline to start from. So I measured 16 inches downwards. Then I now curved it from the hem down to that 16 inches and straight up to that place where my sleeve stopped. Okay, so this is it. After this, make sure you curve it out very well. Then after this, you trim off this part so that we'll cut the neckline and work on the basket. That is the most important part of this tutorial. Please stay glued to this channel and learn how to make that basket. It's very simple to make, though if you're looking at it, it will look complicated, but it's very simple. Okay, so I'm cutting out the curve for the basket. That is what I'm doing now. The part for the basket, so remember, I did not cut out the neckline because we'll still cut out the neckline on the pattern paper that we're going to use. So just cut this place out. We're going to use it, keep it aside, because we're going to use it to trace the pattern paper. Then make notches where necessary. Very important, make notches where necessary. Then you cut out this curved part that you did initially. I've gone ahead to cut it and I notched this place and the down part, all the corners, make sure you notch. Now I've brought in my pattern paper, my brown paper. Mine is not enough, so I have to use a paper tape and gum it together. Okay, so you place it on top of this pattern paper. Place that thing you curved out on top of it. Then you trace half inch round it, half inch round it. Let me turn it so that you see it clearly. Sorry, turn it and mark half inch round it. Very important, because that half inch is what you're going to use to join it back to the material. Make sure you mark half inch. Don't cut exactly as seen, no, mark half inch round it, then you trim off. Then after that, we'll work on the neckline. Okay, look at it very well and do as I do. Okay, now you trim. Okay, we are done with this. What we are going to work on now is the neckline. Remember that neckline we did on that material? We're going to do it here. You transfer it 3 inches by 3 inches for the front and 3 inches by 1 inches, sorry, by 1 inch for the back. Okay, then you square it out, do the back on, then you curve it out. Very important, very necessary. This is what we're working with. That other material, the one we cut out initially, we're not going to make use of it. We're making use of this paper. So it's very important that you follow what I'm doing here. You understand it perfectly. Okay, so I'm trimming the back neckline. That is what you trim out first. Then you make notches round the places you need to make notches. Then for the front neckline, you will have to open it up. You will have to open the pattern paper to cut out the front neckline. Okay, I've gone ahead to open my pattern paper, place it carefully so that I'll cut the front neckline. Make sure you open it like this. Don't cut together, and don't first of all cut the front neckline. First cut the back neckline, then you now cut the front neckline. Okay, then you notch. Very important. All these notches are going, you will see how important they are when we start attaching. Okay, this is my marker. I've brought in my marker. Sorry, my marker is not all that visible, but it tried, sorry, it tried. Okay, then you make markings round the 4 corners, those folded edges. Make markings round it, because those are the places where you start your measurement from. You make markings round it. Okay, after that, we are going to mark boxes of 2 by 2, 2 inches by 2 inches, 2 inches vertically and 2 inches horizontally. That is what we are going to do. We're going to make markings, 2 inches vertically, 2 inches horizontally. Very important. Okay, remember to make notches, so very important. Okay, so you open up your paper, you bring your tape rule, and there, so that we'll start making our markings. Then you can label front. In fact, very important, no, you can label front and label back, because the middle of the back, we are not going to sew anything on it. We are going to slit it open so that you will not be confused on which one is the front and which one is the back later on. Okay, then you start measuring from the middle. From that place, you make that marking. From the middle, measure 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches from the front middle part. Measure 2 inches. Then you do the same to the other part, 2 inches. But you can go as well as 3 inches, depend on how open you want the basket to be. If you want it to be too open, you can do 3 inches. If you want it to be smaller, you can do 1.5, 1 inch. It depends on your preference. It depends on what you want and what you want to achieve. But I used 2 inches, 2 by 2 inches. That is what I used, and I think it's preferable, but it depends on what you want anyway. So now I finished marking the 2 by 2 inches, the first 2 inch horizontally. Then I'm using my ruler to draw them out. Use my ruler to draw those markings out so that it will be very visible. That is what I'm doing now. Watch carefully, you understand it. Okay, I'm marking it on the other part also, and there I'm drawing it out. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. It's very, very important. Okay, so after that, we are going to do the vertical 2 by 2. That is what I'm marking now, the vertical part of it from the midpoint of that shoulder. From that shoulder line, you start marking. Watch carefully, you understand it. It's very self-explanatory, this video, but I'm still explaining it. But in case you don't understand what I'm saying, and watch carefully and follow what I'm doing. Okay, so like I was saying, please, if you're new to my channel, like, share, comment and subscribe. My returning subscribers, thank you very much. God bless you all for helping your girl to grow. I appreciate all you do. Thank you. So I'm doing the vertical 2 by 2. That is what I'm marking now. I'm done marking it. This crepe material, this is what I'm going to use for the basket and the fringes by the side. Don't use this, it's not necessary. Again, I'm not making use of it. I kept this aside. Then this back part, you are not going to sew on it. Why sewing it? You still understand. Watch carefully this video, just watch carefully. I promise you understand. Then I've gone ahead to cut my strips, and it's 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch strip. As long as you want, cut as many as you want. Okay, I'm going to my sewing machine now. Okay, you fold it. See how you fold it? Fold 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch in, and fold. Look at it. Watch carefully. You see how I folded it? Sorry that I fast forwarded this place, but if you watch carefully, you will understand what I did. I folded 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch in as I sewing. And take note, I'm going to stitch the both side. Wow, my pepper tore. As I was saying it, the thing tore, and I wanted to cry. It was so bad. But what I had to do, I now laminated this brown pepper. I brought another one, cut exactly the same shape. I used my masking tape and my pepper tape or masking tape, I don't know what it's called, and hold them together. Look at it, I've held them together. Then I'm stitching the second line. I cut double now, and it's no longer tearing. So if you're making use of one, it's still tearing, please double it and gum it together with your masking tape. That is what I did. Sorry that I didn't show that part. Okay, remember to sew the two side. If you sew once, sew it down again so that the two side will be sewn. Okay, here's what I did. So I sewing and sewing till I covered it all. Now I started making the vertical one after the horizontal. This is all of it. See the back line, I said don't do anything to. Look at it, I did not add anything. I'm going to slit it open. Then I'll show you how to pipe it, because that place is going to be open. We're going to add the pressing button on that back. It's going to be slit, it's going to be open, sorry. So you bring the material, you place it like so, and you stitch on top, stitch it down, carefully stitch it down. Then you fold it over again on top, fold it over again and stitch it. Look at what I'm doing. You do the same to the other side, very easy. After that, we pipe the neckline. It's very important. I've gone ahead to do the other side. See the both of them, see how neat is looking. Okay, we are going to work on the neckline. Please, I did not cut my material for the neckline on bias. If you're doing yours, please cut on bias, or you can use bias, normal bias they sell in the market. The color, if you can get the exact color, you can use it, or you can cut on bias. My material, that crepe material, was not enough. That is why I did not cut on bias. What I got was 2 years, and had it been I knew, I thought 2 years would be enough, I would have bought 3 years, but I thought 2 years was enough. That is why I got 2 years, but it wasn't enough. So this is what I did for the neckline. After that, I folded it over, and the neckline is ready. Okay, we'll cut off the excesses and fold over again. I'm sorry that part of my video did not come out. Okay, So look at it. Look at how neat this is looking. Look at the neckline. I'm gonna head to pipe it. Very neat, very beautiful. See our basket. See how it's looking. See the back. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Don't worry about the pepper, we are still going to tear it out. I'll show you how to tear it out. So see what will happen. You turn your material to the wrong side. After turning to the wrong side, remember all those four strategic edges that we notched. Place the pepper notch part to the material notch part. Remember the four strategic places that we notch. This is where you look for them and match them together carefully. Match them together, the front, the sides, or the shoulder, anyone you call it. Then the back, place the back together, not place them on the notch part. After that, you start pinning the remaining part, the excess part. Start pinning them. Make sure you pin all before sewing. But before you do this one, make sure you get the four strategic points first before you start pinning the remaining part. So this is what I did. Please watch this video carefully. You will understand what I did. If you don't understand it, please rewatch. You can watch as much as possible so that you understand clearly. I believe that the video is self-explanatory. Okay, this is what I did. I pinned them all round. After pinning them all around, I'll take it to my sewing machine and run a stitch round it, half an inch stitches round it. Carefully run the stitches. Let me do it, come back and show you. I've done it. This is it. This is the back part of it. Okay, after that we are going to start peeling the pepper. Remember, after sewing this, after peeling the pepper, you weave them out. After weaving this tip, you will now top stitch on it. Sorry, I didn't think I showed it in this video, but you weave them out and top stitch. Very important. Okay, so I'm peeling out the pepper. This is how to peel it out. Whatever works for you. If you don't even finish peeling all, as you wash, the thing will go out by itself. Okay, I'm peeling it. So after this, I'm going to show you the finished look of it, where I finished peeling all the pepper. Okay, look at it. Look at our basket. Is it not giving? This is giving. This is beautiful. I finished filling it and I'm so loving it. This is my first time of making this and I'm happy about it. Okay, then you fold your material and the shape. From the shoulder, I went down by 11 inches for my sleeve opening. Then you take your bust measurement, your half length measurement, as a waist measurement, sorry, and your hip measurement. After taking the half length, then you get your waist and your hip. Make sure you make your marking on the right side, because this is butterfly. We are going to make the stitches is going to be on the front side, not on the back side. So don't make the marking on the back side, on the wrong side, sorry. Make it on the right side, which is what I'm doing. After doing it on this side, transfer the same thing to the other side. Very important, because you're going to sew the both sides together. Okay, this is what I did. And after that, please don't stitch down. Leave some space, because we are going to attach that ruffles or fringes or whatever it's called. So don't stitch it down. Leave like 3 inches before the hemline. Okay, so do the same thing to this side. Then I'm gonna head to cut my strips and join all together to get a very long strip. The length of this strip is 8 inches and I folded the hemline. 8 inches, I folded the hemline. I'll go ahead to attach it and come back and show you the finished look. Okay, look at it. Look at the finished look. I'm gonna head to attach it and do the little gathering, because my material is not much. This is it. Is this not beautiful? Is this not giving? Thank you very much for watching to this extent. I love you all and appreciate you all. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel. This is the picture on my mannequin, the finished